Good evening, all. I'm a little tired tonight, but I'm gonna put on as good of a video as I can. So, this ship I've got in front of me is a ship that I just finished building tonight. This is the Aurelius Railgun Frigate. I'm hosting a Expanse ship-style building competition in my Discord, and when I was hosting it, I got really into the groove of the Expanse. So I'm like, what if I build a ship that was Expanse-themed? And that's this ship here. I just kind of spent a lot of hours working on it the past 3 days, and I just kind of banged it out. Uh, so it was definitely one of the fastest ships that I've made in terms of the time it took to build it compared to its size. And I'm just going to show it off today. So for starters, on the exterior, we've got a couple of these primary colors. We've got this darker weldless gray splatched with this what's this armor? With the war-torn armor. So weldless default gray with war-torn armor, kind of textured around it. That's like the sort of undercolor number one. And then we've got kind of like an accent undercolor here, which is just plastic default gray. The primary color is plastic / weldless green here. This is the green that I used on the Saber frigate, if you want to find that video. And then over here, it's a slightly darker green. This green also kind of extends up here to these nacelles. I used the lighter green here, and then on the taller part of the nacelles, I used the darker green combined with a couple of this camouflage to create kind of an army color, but that I think looks good with the rest of the colors on this ship. It's not designed to be like a military camouflage green, even though it does look like it. It's just designed to be a textured green. I also use these stripes here just kind of to accent parts of the ship, make it less boring. It makes stuff stand out. And I also use these like red colors to kind of make the tanks pop a little bit, and this random orange color here to make that just kind of pop a little bit, because I thought I could add something like that. The only other stuff that we've got on the exterior is a bunch of these triple thruster banks. I kind of really like the theme of triple thrusters, so I kind of stuck with it. And we also have these sort of jutted out turret emplacements, which very reminiscent of the Saber, if you once again want to go find that video. As with all Expanse replicas and Space Engineers, the back of the ship features 5 or 4 thrusters arranged in an X or plus pattern. In this case, we've got 5 and an X. It fits with the rest of the ship. I thought it looked pretty cool. And I started with 4 thrusters, and I didn't have the central one, but by the time I finished with the rest of the hull of the ship, this center part was looking really bland, so I added that 5th thruster to kind of fill the space in a bit more. The only other thing we've got on the exterior is these sort of like guiding lights, pilot lights, I don't know, lights, signal lights, something, running lights, whatever you want to call them. They're lights. Lights are pretty cool. And then, if you can see down here, we have a bunch of turrets as well. There's a lot of Gatling turrets. Expand ships have a lot of point defense, and this ship is no different. Then the one more thing that I missed is that we come packing a singular railgun and 2 artillery. This is a Space Engineer's ship. It's not a true Expand ship. This is a Space Engineer's ship. So there's Space Engineer's weapons on here, and it's kind of fitting into Space Engineers. Anyways, coming along to the interior, we are greeted by a thing that shoots us if we're a bad guy. And then this is the airlock area with the interior turret, as mentioned. We have this kind of panel in the wall for Freeble, and just a bunch of these lockers and stuff. You know, you can hold your stuff, and it's right where it's supposed to be when you're going to leave the ship. We also have an air vent in the ceiling. This is the only room in the ship where I made the ceiling a little bit taller, because I had the space to do that. The rest of the decks are just stacked one on top of the other, so there's no real space for space in the ceiling. But here, I did, so I made as much use of it as I could. Going down to the next level, we have our medical room. This level is very compact, because if you look on the outside of the ship, you will see that there's a bunch of thrusters right here. So I'm kind of working around these thruster banks right now, and my interior has to be really compact because there's conveyors and stuff. So this is the medical room. It's really just a medical bay, and then there's this, whatever you call it, sitting right next to the medical bay. These blocks behind it are exterior blocks. I really wish that I could rebuild them more, but I can't. So this wall is going to be a little bit bland for the time being. We also have an assembler sitting here. I didn't add any basic refineries, but I think I should have. And also, we've had 0 days without a clang accident. I may have run into a mishap while building the ship. So coming to this level, we have the cryo room. This level is even more compact than the previous one because we have conveyors right here and conveyors right here. So I made the best use of it as I could. I put an armory here and cryo rooms and this sort of transparent LCD, which has got an O2H generator behind it. You may have noticed that as you were coming through the ship, the color of the lighting has changed. For example, up here we have this kind of like the CIC red that you'll see later. And in the medical room, we've got green. And down in this cryo room, we have blue. I really like using different colors for different areas of the interior. It makes it feel like, it's a lot of good separation. Anyways, we've come down here to crew quarters, where you just have like a table, and you can just kind of sit and eat. We've got another armory painted blue because I like to paint my storage stuff into different colors. And we also have this toilet back here and a couple of beds where you and your other crew members can sleep. Ideally, you'd be rotating ships where there's always someone on watch, so you can fit 3 people on the ship if people want to sleep. If 2 people want to sleep while a third person takes watch, because you're never going to have everyone sleeping at the same time. We also have a sink and a secondary survival kit in case the med bay is destroyed or down, or you just want to recharge your energy here. You can do that. Another cool thing is that these beds also act as inset lockers, which is pretty cool, so they're kind of in the wall here by the ladder. Going down to the next level, we have the CIC. We've got kind of this red, moody lighting. Don't mind me falling down that ladder shaft there. And this is I don't know if it's the biggest room on the ship. Excluding the reactor room, it might be the biggest room on the ship. It's a close fight. It's a very close battle between the room above and this room. But it's pretty big, and I filled most of the space. I have this sort of automations programmable block, which I might slap some stuff on, like an airlock script. And we've got the blueprint back here. In this case, we've got a jump drive, but it could display, like, enemy ships and stuff. And then we have the 3 seats for our 3 crew members. We have this sort of table here. This is like, tactical battle table. You can display enemy ships up here on the top. And then we have the captain's safe. It contains special ops running codes and things. And we also have armories for your gear if you get bored or something. Last but not least, we can head down this little ladder shaft here and through this door. And then down this ladder shaft and through this final airlock door. And this will lead us into the reactor room. This is probably my favorite room on the entire ship. It's very round. It's pretty symmetrical. It's repetitive in here, but it's fine because it kind of fits with the roundiness of it. On the bottom and the top, we have these hydrogen tanks, which act as like thick pipes leading into the center part above and below the reactor. And then down in the floor, we have these sort of spotlights which give it a kind of a reddish glow, which I really like. So kind of a misty area down there, condensation or something. And then we have these blue lights up here. And you might notice that they've been flickering this entire time. I set them all up on offsets, blink offsets, so that they would blink at specified times, and it would be, really interesting. It's like the light system is failing down here, right? It's a reactor, so you would expect that. And then that's about it for this ship. I guess the other thing is you've got this like dome thing here in the center, like blast protection or something. And then of course the jump drives in the ceiling because I couldn't fit it anywhere else. But that has turned out to be the entirety of this ship. So it's going to be on the workshop. Link is in the description. You can go and grab it. Yeah. If you also want to join my Discord, I'm going to shamelessly plug you to see more ships that might be like this. You can, there's another link in the description. You can look at that. And yeah, I'm not going to ask you to like the video or subscribe because I don't really care. But I like friends, so join my Discord. It's awesome. Anyways, I hope everyone has had a good day. I need to go to bed now. See ya.